Hey, this is Ryan with Standing Oak Permaculture. Here on the farm, it's pretty damn cold out there. Too cold for these guys, and frankly, it's too cold for us too. So thanks for helping us out and taking some of these blocks off of our hands. What you'll want to do with your mushroom grow block is set it down on a firm surface, and then you'll want a knife, and you'll want some hand sanitizer, and you'll want a bottle with some water that can emit a spray, and lastly you'll want a shopping bag. So the first step is take your hand sanitizer, place a little bit on your hand where it usually goes, and then do something very unusual with your hand sanitizer and sanitize your knife. And you want it to dry pretty much completely. You can kind of let it air dry. Basically want to limit the population of microbes living on this knife, because we're going to use it to puncture a hole in our grow bag, so that way our mycelium has a place where it can protrude its beautiful mushroom self, and we don't want to infect it with a dirty knife, bring some kind of bacteria or mold into its mycelial body. So once that knife is dry, we'll take it and puncture a hole, one nice hole, one. Just make a nice little X there. You don't want to go too deep into the mycelial tissue. Maybe a quarter inch across, lengthwise and vertical wise, little X. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take the shopping bag and give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squirts. So it's nice and moist, maybe 8 for good measure. And then go ahead and place the shopping bag over the top of the grow block and make sure it has adequate room in front of the hole for the mushroom to develop. Just kind of pull that bag out from the block. And then twice to 3 times a day, I'm gonna take the bag off, and that way all of the CO2 buildup that happened here from the exhalation of the mycelium will basically, equalize out with the environment and allow fresh oxygen to come in and surround the block, because that's important for the mushroom development. And then also I'm gonna respray some more moisture, 8 times into my bag. And do that 2 to 3 times a day, and then we'll create basically a nice humid environment for our lion's mane or oyster mushrooms. Just like that. Pretty simple. The second thing you can do is rig it up in your bathroom, which we'll cut to in just a moment. So another way to create a sweet environment for your mushroom block is by using your environmental conditions of your bathroom. If you take a hot shower, ideally if you take one every day, or someone does every day, you have all that steam and humidity rising up from the bathroom, from the shower. So it's kind of like spraying the bag, except you have the hot steam coming from the shower, and that's providing the humidity. So basically you want to create, if you have a shower curtain rod, you want to jerry-rig something. I thought might as well use a belt, because it's leather and water repellent, and it's on my body, readily accessible. And I just used 2 belts, stick them up on there, and then I have the lion's mane or the oyster grow block, and I'm gonna go ahead and just saddle them right in with the belts. 1 and 2. All strapped in there, buddy. And make sure your hole where the mushroom is going to protrude out from the mycelium is not being covered by the belt. No mushroom ever like that. And there you go. You could also, tie some dish towels together and make a wrap like that, or use some twine or string, or whatever's laying around. Yeah, so happy growing from Standing Oak. So you'll begin to see little baby mushrooms appear in 1 to 2 weeks from the cut in your grow bag, in which time you'll keep on with the misting regimen, and then they'll mature over the course of another 1 to 2 weeks. And you'll know when they're mature when they're like this big if they're lion's mane, like double fist, or if they're like this big if they're oyster. Yeah, kind of like a little larger than softball size. And then also if you start seeing a white spore deposit on the surface underneath them, then they're dropping spores. So they're sexually mature and ready for your frying pan. After you pick them, you keep on with the misting regimen, and then you'll see little baby mushrooms start to appear again in another 2 weeks to 3 weeks. And then you can harvest them when they come to size, and then keep on with the misting regimen. And I had one member this season exclaim to me that she had picked and enjoyed 4 flushes, and her block was fruiting a 5th time. That was an oyster block. So the sky's the limit with these blocks. Yeah, hope you all the best.